Officer has engaged a suspect vehicle in pursuit. Confirmed. Pursuit engaged. All units be advised we have a pursuit in progress. Units on non-essential calls directed to clear and stand by to assist. Central to all units. Officers require assistance.
Roger that. 1071 received. Aerial pursuit unit, you're clear to engage.
Backup required at my location.
This is Control. I need a unit for an officer in need of assistance. I need a medic for a person down. Dispatch firefighters in response to a 5-alarm fire.
You got any ID on you I can look at? May I see your ID, please? I'm gonna ask you to get out and put your hands on the roof. Step out of your car and put your hands on the roof. Okay, get out and put your hands on the roof. Pull over to the side of the road. Pull over.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do?
What are the most common violent crimes that you see here in the Eden Prairie community?
The violent crimes you see in Eden Prairie are very similar to the ones you see nationwide. Very common ones would be assaults, domestic assaults, robberies, suicide attempts, and weapons offenses.
Why do you feel that Eden Prairie has such a low rate for violent crimes?
I feel Eden Prairie has very low violent crime rates because of the department's morals, and the starting point of this department was reaching out to the public in the city and gaining their trust. We're very visible in our proactive enforcement, being out in the public, having good relationships so people feel comfortable reporting those crimes. We also have a lot of programs within the department to follow up, reach out to victims and suspects in these crimes to let them know that we're still a part of their lives, and making sure that obviously the suspects in the cases are not committing further crimes and that the victims are getting the assistance that they need.
Over the past few years as a nation, violent crimes have been decreasing quite rapidly. Why do you think that is?
I think technology plays a very large role in decreasing violent crimes. The fact that we can track problem areas and problem suspects really helps our investigative abilities in this situation. Being able to track where the problems are assists officers in knowing where that we need to have increased patrols and deterrence in those areas so we can stop those problems before they do happen. I think that's huge.
With the introduction of cameras into the police force, do you think that they are effective in showing what actually happens at the crime scenes and are able to protect both the victim and the police officer? And do you also think that they are cost effective for stations to use?
I feel the addition of squad cameras is a very useful tool for police officers. It can be used to gain evidence. It can videotape the entire interaction between suspects, victims, and police officers. I personally feel that it helps gain the trust of the community. It helps hold not only suspects but police officers accountable for what's going on at these particular scenes. So I do feel it is an invaluable tool, and the fact that we're able to capture all that stuff on tape and look back to review that tape later on as evidence is very crucial to our job.
Nationwide, you see the trends for violent crimes going down. What kind of trends do you see here in the Eden Prairie community?
Similar to the statistics across the nation, crime rates, especially violent crime rates in Eden Prairie, have gone down. Assaults in Eden Prairie have stayed relatively close. They're slightly down. Domestic assaults have been reduced by 31%, mostly attributed to our domestic abuse response team, where we're reaching out to the suspects and the victims and staying on top of those cases, and that's reducing it exponentially. Robberies in the city of Eden Prairie are down approximately 50%. That's due to proactive enforcement, being very visible in the community, and just having a good relationship with the business owners. Suicide attempts in Eden Prairie are relatively close again this year to where they were last year. Most people don't realize that suicide attempts are a very violent crime, and these are people that need assistance. The last category, weapons offenses in Eden Prairie, is down about 40%, again due to proactive enforcement, reaching out to these suspects and targeting problem areas with our enforcement and our patrol, I think has been very, very helpful in that area.
What are your thoughts and opinions on how violent crimes can be reduced in our country today?
I personally think proactive enforcement is very important in reducing violent crime. Targeting specific problem areas and specific suspects, active investigations is also very important. Going after these people, making sure that they're held accountable is a good way to reduce it and deter that crime. Also being visible in your patrols, in your investigations, and your efforts to reach out to the community is all very big things to reduce violent crime.